If you're anything like me, you were told to say you're sorry when you were a kid. And if your sibling, brother or sister, said they were sorry, you were supposed to say, I forgive you. That is the model that almost every one of us has been taught, and it's not really a great model for our adult lives. I'm going to tell you why. You never want to accept an apology. You want to require an amends process. So apologies are really a standard issue when it comes to abusive relationships. It's kind of part of the gaslighting at times. First, there's the I didn't do it, it's not my fault, you made me do it. If you hadn't this, then I wouldn't have that. But if you finally get it drilled down to an apology, it's going to go something like, I'm sorry you feel that way, or I'm sorry that I did that, and I promise I'll never do it again. I definitely, as a domestic violence survivor, encountered the apology over and over again. So much remorse, so much tears. I'm so sorry that I hit you. I will never do it again. I promise. I feel terrible about myself. I feel like killing myself. I heard that a lot. And did that prevent him from hitting me again? Absolutely not, because he had never really gotten any help for his problem. So here's the thing about an amends. An amends is about making meaningful change. And it isn't just about trying to repair the relationship. A lot of times, the motivation for an apology is to try to smooth things over, get back in your good graces, and basically, you're giving them permission to just do it again. With an amends process, there are boundaries in place. Have you gotten therapy? Are you getting any kind of change introduced into your life? What meaningful progress are you making to never do those things again? And the stakes are really high when it comes to domestic violence. But there's less offensive things, perhaps. Being dishonest. Most of us really hate being lied to, but maybe the lies are not as consequential as infidelity. Maybe they are how they spent their time or out drinking with the boys or something, or spending too much money on shoes, trying to be gender neutral here. Obviously, uh, dishonesty happens no matter what gender we're talking about. But I just want to suggest that if you settle for the apology, you are basically saying, sure, you have my permission to do it to me again. If you look for an amends process, you're looking for a sea change in this person. They are actually going to do something different. And not because they feel bad, not because they're sad, not because they don't want you to get mad at them, but because they really see the error of their ways. And they want to make that change whether you stay in their life or not. So it's an authentic shift inside that says, I don't want to be the person that hits anymore, or I don't want to be the person who lies anymore. And there's ways in which I'm going to be proactive and become a different person, not by pulling myself up by my own bootstraps, not by making resolutions, not by beating myself up emotionally, because we know that doesn't work, but getting actual help. So if that doesn't happen, it's just an apology, which means you're just going to relive this stuff over and over and over again. The other thing about an amends is that it can often involve compensation. Let's say somebody stole something from you or damaged a piece of your property. And the thing they are saying, they're offering you an apology. I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean to do that. I don't know how that happened. Oops, accidents happen. Please forgive me. I'll not do it again. Well, that's not good enough, is it? Because you're out a certain amount of money or there's been damage to something that you own. So an amends would be, how can I make it right? Can I buy you a new one? Can I have it repaired? See the difference here? An amends, when it comes to emotional damage, might look like, would you like me to go into therapy with you? Or would you like to tell me how it was for you? So I will sit here and I will listen as long as it takes to the pain that I've caused you. And I won't just listen and nod my head. I'll actually be engaged. I'll do something called active listening. And in the active listening to you and playing back your words to you, you'll be able to feel fully heard. It has lots of pieces to it, but it's not an apology. I'm sorry is never good enough. And we are not children anymore. So we are not duty bound to forgive people just because they offer us an apology. As a matter of fact, forgiveness is an entirely different topic. And I'll just touch on it briefly here. Forgiveness is not something you do for the other person, it's something you do for yourself. And you do it if and when your nervous system is ready to forgive and not before. And it doesn't have to be about reconciling. It doesn't have to be about patching up the relationship. It's really important to keep those boundaries straight. If somebody's abusing you, you may have to get them out of your life. You could still forgive them, but you could forgive them from several hundred miles away. And you don't actually have to tell them that you've forgiven them. You don't have to talk to them. That could just be something that takes place inside of you to create healing for you and free you from them. And that's the biggest thing about forgiveness. It's actually your freedom papers. It's what gives you permission to walk away emotionally, spiritually, physically, energetically. And sometimes forgiveness is a way to mend a relationship, but it should never be your goal. I think the goal is to see what's really authentically happening inside of you. If you're still angry, stay angry. Your anger is sacred, it's precious, and it's a weather vane. It lets you know that something is out of whack and needs correction. I would love to hear your stories about forgiveness. Have there been times that you have forgiven somebody who then just turned around and did the same thing all over again? Have you gotten tired of hearing the words, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again, I'll never do it again, and they just keep doing it again? Do you have other strategies for how you cope with that? And what does an apology mean to you? What does an amends mean to you? I know there have been times in my life when I actually did like the apology too, but only when it was paired with an actual amends. So I look forward to your comments. Please like and subscribe and feel free to share this. And I really look forward to engaging this conversation with you. So please say something down below.